Hey everybody, this is Dan.
And I am Kiz.
And we are the DeBlases.
Happy Father's Day, my love.
Thank you, dear.
And happy Father's Day to all the amazing, wonderful fathers out there. God bless you. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
Kizzylicious Global.
Hello, beautiful souls. Listen, we are so happy to have you. We're going to do a Father's Day edition, especially now. If you caught our last week video where me and Dan got married, so we're moving along. Now we're married.
Yes.
Okay. Look, happy Father's Day again, sweetheart.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, this
happy
is
Father's Day to all you guys out there too. All you men, everybody who's in a relationship, anybody who's, got anything to do with being a dad, will be a granddad, anybody taking care of anybody. You guys are great, and you guys do amazing work as a father figure, whatever you are. So we just want to say congratulations, and this is your day. So
absolutely.
Congrats.
So with that tribute to all the fathers, we're going to go right into talking about after we got married. Now it is official. Official. You went from zero, like nobody but yourself.
Yep.
To a family of 7.
Right.
So, I'm sure people probably curious to know, like, how did you navigate your way from being a boyfriend to now being a husband to now from being a boyfriend with the kid, just a boyfriend of me with me. Mm-hmm. And now you're a stepfather.
Right.
Let me go ahead and go down. We have 4 boys. I have 4 boys. They were 3 of them was teenagers. Mm-hmm. And I have a daughter. She was a teenager. And then I had a 3-year-old. So we had a total of 6 children in the house.
And all very different personalities and
yes.
all kinds of stuff going on. But I mean, not in a bad way, but it was a very interesting dynamic for me coming in.
Yes.
Not knowing that, when we met, she did bring up she had children, but I didn't, know the full extent of it until we started dating. And then, then we start talking more, and then you learn about stuff, because I didn't meet the kids actually, until the first couple of months, because out of respect for me, respect for her, mm-hmm. God forbid if it doesn't work out, you don't want to just bring a strange man in your house, being a single female. Mm-hmm. And me being a man, I got to be respectful. So it goes both ways as far as the boundaries. So we checked our boundaries, excuse me, and made sure everything was good before I actually even met the kids.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when we met, it was an interesting dynamic too, because because of their ages, and it was also a situation where some of them live with their father and some live with Kizzy. So, but in the beginning, we found out how to be back and forth, because we would have to pick certain ones up one time of the weekend and then drop them off another time. Plus, I think, remember when we met, it was during school, so everybody was still in school and everything, except for the littlest, because she was only 3.5. So
right. Mm-hmm.
But the dynamic was, at first it was, for me, it was kind of interesting to say the least, because you have some that are very cool and very receptive to me at first and very comfortable, and then you have the youngest one, who was very clingy and very a mommy's girl and didn't want to give up her mother for nothing.
Oh no, she didn't.
And she's probably gonna be watching this, so she knows what I'm talking about. We're not gonna mention names.
Yeah, she's grown now.
She is grown. She's gonna be 21 this year. So that's crazy to say that.
Yes, she was
on
3
these
and a
almost
half.
17 years we met. She was 3.5.
Yeah.
Going on 4, and then almost 17 years later, she's gonna be 21.
Well, let me ask you this question: did you have any fear?
I did not. I had zero fear, because Kizzy was so beautiful inside and out, and she made me so comfortable, and I felt so great to be around her that it didn't bother me about having 6 children. Mm-hmm. Now let me give you the dynamics. I have been at my job, going now almost over 30 years. So I have a lot of coworkers, a lot of guys I've known for years just by working with them in the warehouse. Mm-hmm. And we talk about personal stuff. Hey, how's your weekend? What'd you do? Blah blah blah. So come to find out that some of my guys that I'm closer to, because I'm not the kind of person that, she could tell you that too. I don't like talking about my personal business. Right. So it's even crazy I'm even doing this with you guys, because I just had to open up. Y'all. I had to open up, especially. But I love having this, because then we could go back. We were just talking about this today. we'll have memories of it. So in 20 years from now, when I'm 70 and then she's in her 60s, we can go back and say, wow, we did this when you were young. And so this is like a kind of like a video for us so we can watch for ourselves. We want to bring you guys on the journey, but we want to also, be able to watch for ourselves too.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was saying about the guys at work, I told them that I met a nice girl, and all my black boys like, what is she? She white? She's like, no, she's black. Like okay, blase, all right, you were the black squirrel, you doing your thing. So but they knew I was, Italian Negro anyway, because between the way I am, and I've always liked R&B and hip hop and stuff like that. So I've always been with the culture anyway. So I've always been cool with the culture. And then they asked, most women don't care, but men are gonna say, how many kids she got? She got any kids? I'm like, yeah, she got kids. They go, how many kids you got? I said, 6. They're like, heck no. Oh, they're like, blase, no, don't do it, bro. They're like, bro, don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
He told me that too.
And the thing is that, but I felt because I'm my own man. And I don't know about you guys out there, but I make my own decisions.
Right.
Comment below and see if you guys are actually, if other people determine the decisions you make, so make a comment saying, no, I'm going to take people's advice, or I'm going to go on my own road. So with this situation, well, thank God I did, because now we're 17 years in.
Right.
I decided to.
Baby, you would have missed out on opportunity.
Say it again.
Tell them y'all.
Say it again.
His friends would have messed him up. Mm-hmm.
I already. Hey, you know what though? Like I told you in the first video we met. We had met on the chat line. For y'all, this video fresh. We're interracial. We're Swirl Love.
Baby,
I'm Italian. As you can see, she's an African American, beautiful black woman. And I told her, because remember we met in the chat line, so we're talking, and I'm like, if she looks as half as her personality is, boom, I hit a home run. I won. So when I saw her, of course, I saw she was gorgeous. Mm-hmm. She's beautiful. So, I mean, I was already under the. In my mind, I was saying, I'm gonna try to move forward with this. I'm gonna see what happens. Mm-hmm. So I didn't listen to the naysayers, and they were out there. I'm glad I didn't.
Because they not friends. Ain't nobody, and the people that was talking to him, he not friends with them anyway.
Right.
So word to the wise.
Today, out of all of them, I may be in contact with 2 of them.
But those 2 never said nothing about that.
No.
So word to the wise men, you got a woman. You run that course. Don't listen to nobody else.
And women.
Because
I
also had people in my ear saying, Kizzy.
Don't be messing with that white boy.
Don't mess with that vanilla swirl. They told me, they're like, girl, white man crazy. I hadn't heard it all. They talk about how the white man crazy.
They be doing stuff. You can't sleep.
They ain't like a black man.
Yeah, you got to sleep with one eye open. That kind of stuff.
I had so many questions about you as a white man.
Right.
Versus a man. You know what I'm saying? So, lady, I got me a man. Let's get that out the way. Let's get that part out the way. Let's erase the color. Okay? Some people want a man. They're like, girl, I'm just looking for a good man. Stop looking at the color then. Right. Stop looking at the race. Because you might miss out on an opportunity. Like my friend over here almost did. Okay? Now, let me ask you a question. Because I had already a big family, meaning like a ready-made family when you came in.
Right.
Now, you got to understand, my children I have 2 sets of fathers. So, my 4 kids had the same father, the other 2 had fathers. So it was a couple dynamics in that. It's a couple little craziness going on.
Yeah, I give you the nutshell.
Do a short version. But Mark was good. Yeah. I think, we all friends today. Me, his wife.
Yeah, those are the 4 oldest. Yeah.
I might see if we can chime them in one day and have a couples conversation.
Oh, yeah, we should.
That's my kids. These are my oldest kids' father. Me and him was together, so we got 4 kids by him. But my husband Dan, he did. He represented. And everything was good between y'all 2, right?
Yeah.
So it ain't always got to be a drama. That's what I'm saying.
No, we never had any
Never
static.
had no
We never
problem.
had any beef. We never had any
We
problems.
went on vacations together.
We went to Disneyland.
Not
with
what
them.
you thinking now. Ain't none of that little polyester
No,
stuff.
we were good. No, it was all with couples and platonic. It was nice.
But also, but my youngest kid's father, God rest his soul, he passed away about 4 or 5 years ago.
To make it short and sweet, he felt a certain kind of way.
Yes.
I think he realized that, you don't know what you got till it's gone. He figured that he probably messed up, with whatever they had going on. Because remember, I can't speak for it. She can, but we're not going to get deep on it. Just because just because he's rest in peace.
Yeah.
But to say it bluntly and shortly, he didn't like what was going on.
No,
he was not with it.
No, he was not with that.
Nothing ever came. Thank God, to violence.
No violence, no nothing. But
nobody had to call the police or anything. Nothing
well,
got
over
crazy,
time, y'all was able to be cordial.
Right,
so I would say that
over time, it got better.
Yeah, because that's another thing. I want you to drop in the comments if you are a person, a woman or a man that has came into a family that you didn't have any children, that you had to work your way into a blended family.
Right.
Because a lot of people now these days, they're dating somebody, either both of them got kids, or one don't have no kids and the other one do. So I want you to drop in the comments, how do you handle it? How did you handle it? Right. We want to hear some stories from you of how did you all handle that transition?
Yeah, whether you're interracial or not, just in a relationship, period.
That, right.
And, and the other dynamic, what was kind of crazy is that you got to remember, at the time when I met Kizzy, I was in my late 30s. I think I was 36 going on 37 or something like that. So I was mid to late 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And I have zero blood kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never had any kids. So I'm coming into a relationship with 6 kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now the crazy part is we're going forward 16, 17 years later.
Now they all kids.
Yeah, guess what? The youngest is going to be 21 in a couple months.
Right.
And the craziest part is, and people came and tell us when they see us, they're like, y'all got how many grandkids? We have 13 grandchildren.
Yes.
As of right now. As of today.
You heard it right.
Need a stutter.
I know we don't look like it, but we do. Everybody every time tell me we got 13 kids, they're like, what?
We're gonna drop some photos after the video. Maybe
13.
We might put them in the video or behind. We're gonna show you guys some of the dynamics of just not only me with the kids, but with our grandkids and how beautiful it's been.
And also, talk to them really quickly, just briefly about how has being a bonus dad shaped you to the man that you are today, because you came in with no children, no experience with children,
right,
to a whole household full of chaos.
Right.
Okay. Tell them when you found out my other side came out, Dan.
Now, we're just talking from our experience. We don't know what you guys do, but through our experience, when you meet somebody, you're trying to be the best version of yourself.
Right.
So
I'm
trying to catch all my P's and Q's. She's on, her level, so, because sometimes, I call with kids, I say she has Kizzyisms because she has her own language and certain things. So, excuse me, all that stuff's funny, but
yeah,
I think that, in the dynamic with us, I don't call them my stepkids. I don't have that language. Whenever I'm out, whenever I'm talking about family, people talking just in general at work or wherever you're at, I always call them my kids.
Mm-hmm. He does.
So I am very proud to be their stepfather. I'm proud to be their father. I'm proud to be there when they may have not had that father figure in their life, or somebody to help, or somebody, whether it be, spiritually, whether it be mentally, whether it be financially. I was always happy to help with all of our kids, and all of our grandkids are the same. I mean, for them to call me, Grandpa Dan and all that stuff, it just makes my heart flutter, but it just makes me feel a certain kind of way.
Well, you have to understand
in a beautiful way.
You have to understand that you're, even though their grandpa lives out of town, right, he is the only grandpa that's actually physically here with them. And then the
grandkids that we see on a daily basis, that's all they see.
Right.
So
they know Dan. That's grandpa.
So I am very proud to be a stepdad and be a part of this family. And I do think but like I said, in the beginning, it was kind of for everybody to gel, for all of us to gel together and be comfortable and be just be living in the same household and going through everyday grind and everything. So yeah, it's been a real blessing, and I've been very lucky and fortunate to be part of this family.
Well, that's good.
And
Yeah.
I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Look, you're welcome. I think any father that's a bonus dad, you know, because people were like, oh, you had 6 kids. They have their daddy. Yeah, they have their dad. Their dad has been in their life. And Dan didn't have to be a full-time dad,
Right.
but he was their dad there when they needed to talk to someone, when they couldn't talk to their dad, or when he was physically in the house.
Right.
So he was the bonus dad that they were blessed with.
Right.
And I do appreciate you for being a part of us as a man, because not only are you've been dedicated, you've been loyal, you've been a provider. You know, you always gave the best advice for the kids. You supported them with sports. You really, really gave them a lot of good advice. That I know that your father passed away, but I think your dad would be very happy of the man that you have become, because you have learned how to be a father through this process.
I have.
Through this process.
It's been an amazing, learning experience.
Yeah.
And even today, you still learn, as we go along, because, we're young grandparents, because, I think,
we empty nesters.
Because I think the oldest is going to be in their teens almost. That's the crazy part. The youngest
grandchildren,
are going to be,
13.
I think either this year or next year.
So Marcel this year is going to be, he's going to be 12 this year.
Right.
And then Mari going to be 11. So our oldest is going to be 12. So
next year they're going to be teenagers.
No, I apologize. I take that back. No, I apologize. He's going to be 13.
Okay.
In September. Okay. So our oldest grandchild is going to be 13.
Crazy. Crazy to even think about.
It's all the way from 2 to 13.
Yeah,
that's how their ages
Just
range.
The other day we had brought them to the gym, and we had gotten on the family plan. So we
had
gotten the gym plan, and
then
we went to them with the kids gym. We were shooting basketballs with them, and
swimming.
They were swimming. So we had a great time. But then it made us feel young, because I was out there sweating. We were out there, we're on with the basketball, dribbling, all that. We had a great time. So even to this day, we just want to make sure that we are in their lives as much as possible. We want to be able to create memories for them, for us, and we just want to grow old with our wisdom, with our experience, and just have love and be loved.
Yeah. So with that being said, we just wanted to have a Father's Day edition so that we'll be able to not only honor the fathers, honor all the fathers in your life. Drop in, have a comment. Leave a comment of, what did you do today for that special man, that special father in your life? We would like to hear about it. What did you do for them special and everything? And I think.
And remember always to like, share, subscribe, and comment, because that's going to help us tremendously.
Yes, we are new, but
drop as many compliments as you want.
Excited
we will answer all the compliments, all the comments.
Yes.
We'll answer everything. So, and we just appreciate you guys.
Yes, we do.
For being here and sharing this journey with us.
God bless you.
God bless you. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sexy track. Ooh, she glows 888 is the formula. She glows shown 888.